Hello everyone, it's Troy here from Tennis Warehouse, back for this week's vlog. And a couple weeks ago, we had a vlog where we picked out the rackets that we like to use when hitting the one-handed backhand. So for today, we have our two-handed backhand playtesters, and we are picking out rackets that we think work really well, feel really good when hitting the two-handed backhand. I was on the vlog for the one-handed backhand because I do like to hit the one-handed backhand from time to time, but at heart, I'm a two-handed backhand player. So I'm gonna start things off with my first one here, and this is the Wilson Blade Pro V9 98 head size 18 by 20 string pattern. Now for this racket, this is a absolutely no frills type of racket. It's a 305 gram weight, but it's got a nice hefty swing weight to it, so it plows through the ball really, really well. And the thing that I really love about this racket is just how plush it is. So no matter how hard someone's hitting at me, it really absorbs the vibration and the shock, so it just feels really smooth coming through on the two-handed backhand. And there's something about this racket. There's been quite a few pro players over the years with some good two-handed backhands that have used this, from Madison Keys back in the day to Karen Kachanov, most recently Lerner Tien. So just a really fun one. I love this one on the two-handed backhand. It's just so comfortable. And then the next one is kind of an odd spec racket that we carry. This is the Solinco Whiteout 305 XTD Plus, or XTD 28 inches. It's about one of the longest rackets that we sell, especially under 100 head size. So it's a 98 square inch head size, 28 inches long, super high swing weight. And for me, not being a super tall player, this extra reach in the racket gives me that leverage. It makes my arms or my body feel a little longer, so I get more reach. Easy plow through. I just feel like hitting a two-handed backhand with this racket, it makes everything easier. Depth, spin, so it's just a really fun one to play with for two-handed backhands. And I'm gonna send it over to Tiff for her picks for the two-hander.
Thanks, Troy. And unlike Troy, I picked two 100 square inch rackets for my two-handed backhand picks. First, we're gonna start with my own racket that I use most often. It's my go-to racket. This is the Prince Textreme Tour 100P. Now, what I really like about this racket is its blend of control and power. It's an 18 by 20 string pattern. However, it is quite open for an 18 by 20. I like to liken it to like those in-between patterns. So remember, like a 16-20. So I'm getting enough lift, but enough control. And I really like the feel that comes off the Textreme Tour line in general, but the 100P just fits my game really well. It's a 305 gram racket, but has quite a headlight balance. What I really like about this one is just how it comes through on my two-handed backhand. I hit it pretty flat, but I'm able to get just enough easy net clearance with this one. And then it's really quite different, I think, but it has a 100 square inch head size. My second racket is a Solinco Blackout 300 XTD V2. I really like this one because it's really powerful. Now that extra length, I'm not really tall, so I like the extra reach, and I'm really able to get around the outside of the ball with this one. And strangely, if the ball does I let it get up high above my shoulder, this one does let me hit down on the ball really well. And I like the feel from this one, and it's just gives me that added power, that added leverage, and it does come around a little bit quicker, I think, than most extended length rackets. And with my two hands, I'm able to swing it effectively. And next, we're gonna check in with Jason, who, by the way, used to have a one-handed backhand.
Thanks, Tiff, for that fun fact. And so for my two rackets, for my two-handed backhand now, I picked two rackets that both feature a 98 square inch head size to give you just a little bit more control when you are ripping those big backhand shots. And they also feature a swing weight that is in the 320 to 330 range, so it's a little bit higher for me, but I feel with two hands you can handle that, but it's still whippy enough that I can rip it on my forehand. So first up is the Babolat Pure Aero 98. I absolutely love this racket. It features a 16 by 20 string pattern, a little bit tighter string pattern. I feel like it's better for those that hit a flatter backhand shot like I do. It just helps with control. And overall, this racket just does everything well. Great power, good control, and great feel. So this is a fantastic one. And my other racket is the Head Gravity Tour. Now this one features a 16 by 19 string pattern, so it's a little bit more open for those players that like to hit with more topspin, to like to get under the ball and hit those topspin shots or those angled shots. And this one, the gravity line, I think has really great feel to it. Feel really connected to my shots with these rackets. Has great pop. It does have a little bit higher swing weight to just help with blocking the shots back or just kind of going through the shots on the backhand. But yeah, both rackets are great. Both feature a 98 square inch head size. Now I'm gonna throw it over to someone that arguably has a little bit better backhand than me, Brittany.
It is definitely debatable who has a better two-handed backhand between me and Jason, but it's no secret that the two-handed backhand is my favorite shot to hit. And what I love about the two-handed backhand is just the variety of shots I can hit with it. And for my two rackets that I've picked to hit my two-handed backhand, they are very similar in specs. I feel like Tiff, I went with the 100 square inch head size for both. They're both 16 by 19, and the rest of the specs are all kind of within tolerance of each other. And what I like playability-wise with them is that they both offer a good blend of power and control. They're pretty maneuverable, and I'm able to get some easy depth. But they do each have a little bit of a thing that stands out, and this is why I picked them. So the first is the Wilson Blade 100, the V9. What I really like about this one is that it's just a little bit more precise for me. So I really, fun fact, love to hit my backhand down the line, love to go after that, be aggressive, and that's kind of, I set up my points to be able to hit that backhand down the line. And with this blade, I can be really precise and hit and go after a target that's closer to the line and really go after it. And I can trust that the racket will do that. I also like to get in those cross-court rallies, and so I felt like I could be really consistent with that cross-court rally, getting the ball deep into my opponent's backhand and maybe a little bit higher out of their strike zone. And it's no surprise that my favorite racket to hit a two-handed backhand is my racket of choice, the Yonex E-Zone 100. This is the 8th edition. I've used the E-Zone for the last 10 plus years. And what I really like about this E-Zone is the feel and the little bit extra spin. So one of my second favorite shot to hit is the angled short backhand, and I love to hit that in all situations, whether I'm playing singles and I can see my opponent is back on the court. I can really whip my wrist and get that ball to land short and angled and kind of pull my opponent off the baseline. Also in doubles, it's a great shot that I like to hit when I have both my opponents are up at net. I can kind of angle that ball off the court and catch them by surprise. But I just love the overall feel. I can hit a great variety of shots with this, driving that ball deep in the baseline and going down the line. So really this racket does it all for me. And that wraps up this week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching.